Hi, I'm going to talk with you a little bit about browsing for history sources, and we're going to get right into it. We're starting here on the library website. We're going to go to the Research Find Information tab, and that's where you find all the databases. And we're going to start with, first of all, up here, passwords. And also I'm starting a YouTube channel with screencasts like this one. Okay, history. We're going to go down first to EBSCO. There are two ways you can get there. You can open up EBSCO like this, and it will come to here, and you'll choose History Reference Center. And that will open up like this. The other way you can do it is directly to History Reference Center, and it will open up with the uglier view, but you can see here which database you're searching, History Reference Center. Okay, I'm going to show you this view first. This is the more attractive one, but all the information is the same. I'm going to choose World History and kind of pretend that I'm browsing for a topic. I'm interested in something related to the Cold War, for example. Maybe now it's going to help me to narrow down what within the Cold War I'm wanting. I'm going to go to Hungarian uprising, and now I'm given only 12 results. That can be a good thing. I don't always want to have a ton of results. I'm going to limit to full text always to make sure I can actually have it. Looks like all 12 are available for me. And now if I start reading one of these, I can open it up. I look at the abstract, which is here, gives me a quick overview of whether this is what I want. And I also will browse these subjects. Whenever you see subjects listed, pay attention to those because they can help you choose search terms. So these subjects are not just in this database but all over the world, organizing vocabulary for searching that particular topic. So this can help me to broaden if I want my search. Okay, so I've looked at this. Let's say I want it. I can open up the PDF and get into my article. I have some choices down here. I can print it, I can email it, I can save it. You can create an account here in EBSCO, link and so forth, and they should give me as well the citation. So I can, where's the citation here? This one here, the citation. Okay, and I'm just going to copy the one that I'm using, which is going to be MLA. I just copy it right here and paste it into the place where I'm taking my notes. Okay, so just a little bit there about the History Reference Center. Again, you find all that either from here or here. If you want it to open up in this view, History Reference Center, that will show you several of our databases. You're going to choose this one, this main EBSCO link. Okay, so that was History Reference Center in EBSCO. I want to show you also JSTOR. JSTOR opens up like, let's see, we'll just do it from here. JSTOR is a directory, so it's older articles, which is great for history. You can start searching right here, but if you already have some ideas, you may want to go directly to the advanced search. Here, you want read and download. This will be able to let you make sure you can print it out or email it. I generally choose articles and books to narrow down. And then here, I want to think a little bit about my choices. If I search something in full text, it means my search term can appear anywhere in the article. Sometimes I prefer to narrow down by having the keyword in the title. That means it's going to be definitely focused on that word, or maybe in the abstract, which is in that little paragraph at the beginning. Caption, I never choose that because that just means it's going to be underneath a photo or something. So I'm going to go ahead and do Hungary Hunger. I'm going to do hunger like this with a star. That's going to give me Hungary, Hungarian, and I guess just those two. And I'm going to make it in the abstract. And I also want revolution in the abstract. Okay, so I can add fields down here, like let's say I definitely want 1956, because I happen to know there were more than just one revolution in Hungary. Okay, so I can add if I want here. If I start getting things that I don't like, then I can say, oh, I don't want that. This one here, the choice of near 5, near 10, near 25, that's words. So I want Hungary and revolution within 5 words of each other, for example. I don't use it much, but that's what it is. You could get into making sure that it's the right language. You can put a date range here. You can also choose which kind of journal you want. But generally for me, I just start with a broad search, and then I narrow down if I need to later. So it's given me only 15. That is a number that I can definitely deal with. If I wanted to add to my search, if I wanted to make it more broad, I can go here to modify search, and it brings me back to where I was. That's handy, because otherwise you have to go back to the beginning. So if you want to make a change, watch for that modify search button. Okay, here I am. I can open it up, I can cite it, I can download it, I can add it to my account. By the way, you should create an account if you haven't already. You get the access from the school link, and then, see, here's our name here, and then you have your own account. Okay, so that's JSTOR. JSTOR is great for searching. It is not that great for browsing, in my opinion. If you go to browse by subject, it doesn't do it like some of the others. I'm browsing for history, and now I only have all these different history journals. So I don't recommend JSTOR for browsing, but I do recommend it for searching, and I'm also a fan of the advanced search right away. Okay, so that is JSTOR. We did EBSCO and JSTOR. I probably have mentioned it before, but Questia School is probably my favorite thing ever. You need to make your own account. You can use mine to get started if you want. It's scducharme@gmail, and the password is Colegio FDR Lib. It's on the password doc as well. But you will want your own account. It's only for, it's only for grade 11 and 12. Let's see here. Here we're in. And it's excellent. It's particularly excellent for books, digital books. So if I'm browsing, I'm going to go to history, and I can start to narrow down a little bit. Is there I think there's Cold War here. Browsing. Sorry, I get sucked into my topics. I'll go World War II and see what happens. Okay, I don't want to take too much time with all of this, so I'm going to, let's go here, Yalta. Now that I'm in, I've done my browsing, I'm always going to look at this opening article, because this is going to give me an overview of my topic, which is very helpful as I'm starting to get an idea of what I'm going to do. Oh, here's Cold War. Let me go here. Now, with Questia School, I can see down the side if it's a book or an article. Looks like I have mostly books here. Let's say that I see one that looks good. I'm going to choose this one, Roosevelt's Lost Alliances. For the books, I definitely want, here's the synopsis, a little bit about it, more books. I definitely want to get into the table of contents. So when I open it up, I choose these little bars here, and this will make sure that I'm just choosing the section of the book that I actually need to read. Okay, most of us are not going to read a whole book for a particular project. So we just go into the chapter that we want. We start reading. We have all the usual tools that we would expect. We can add a note here, take some notes inside. We can cite the actual page. So here it's going to give me the page and the author. And search within is a great thing. Anytime I have search within, it's going to let me go inside the book to find what I want. So these are all really great tools. You can also create a project within your account if you're working on a couple of different papers. You keep your sources for these different papers together in a project. Okay? So Questia School, one of my absolute faves. And of course you can search as well. If you start searching Cold War, let's do Cold War Hungary, a search, it's going to give me my narrowing options down the side here. So I've got 200, now 3,000 results. So I can add some keywords to narrow that down. One thing that's good here, I can make it a peer-reviewed article. Periodical is an article, and that means that it's a scholarly article. One professor has looked at, one professor wrote it and then sent it to other professors to check it. I can also choose the primary source function. Advanced primary source. This can be hard to find, so you may have to cut down your search. Let's see what we get in just Hungary for primary sources. Anyway, as you can see from what I'm doing, it's a lot of kind of poking around, okay? But there is stuff here. All right, so that was Questia School, one of my personal favorites. We talked about those. Now I want to show you the New York Times. The New York Times can be good for primary sources. We have access to the New York Times on campus, only on campus. And so you can put in what you're interested in the search bar. And then to get your primary source documents, you may search down here by specific dates. And so, unfortunately, you have to put in the whole month, day, year, and everything. But maybe I want anything from 1955 to 1957 about Hungary. And I search it up. And I have to be a little bit careful. Did it go? Here. Search. And I have to be a little bit careful to check my dates. Okay, so not everything that comes up is necessarily going to be that date. But I should get some. Wait a minute now. It didn't give me my dates. Let me put it in again. Refine search. Okay, now here I am, October 1956, a letter to the Times. Here, December 1956. So the New York Times, because we've paid for their full archive, can be a good source for primary source documents. Okay, guys, I hope that is okay. One other thing, in addition, on the high school humanities page, there are some other websites that might be good. So here, this modern history scrapbook is fantastic. I've tried to collect some of these are mostly European ones, some primary sources for you there too. Okay, so everything starting from the library website, research, find information page, gives you everything you need, and all of the screencasts will be on my channel. Thanks very much. Bye.